What if I told you we could launch satellites into space without using a single drop of rocket fuel? No massive explosions, no billion-dollar launches, just pure raw physics. Meet SpinLaunch, a revolutionary technology that could change space travel forever. Instead of rockets, they're using a giant high-speed catapult to hurl satellites into orbit. Sounds insane, right? But it's already working. So how does it defy gravity? And could this be the future of space travel? Let's find out. For over 60 years, space launches have relied on one thing: rocket fuel. But there's a catch. Rocket launches are insanely expensive, with costs reaching $10,000 per kilogram just to send something into orbit. They also burn tons of fuel, creating massive carbon emissions. But what if we could launch objects without rockets? That's exactly what SpinLaunch is doing. Imagine a massive vacuum-sealed centrifuge, bigger than the Statue of Liberty, spinning at hypersonic speeds. This system builds up enough energy to release a payload at over 5,000 miles per hour, 8,000 kilometers per h, flinging it straight into the sky. And because it's in a vacuum, there's no air resistance, meaning no loss of speed. But wait, how does this even work? Let's break it down. 1. Spin up. The payload is attached to a long rotating arm inside a giant vacuum chamber. 1. Acceleration. The arm spins faster and faster, reaching speeds several times the speed of sound. 1. Release. At the perfect moment, the payload is released through a small exit port, shooting straight up into the sky. 1. Final boost. A small onboard rocket booster provides the last push to get the satellite into orbit. It's like using a slingshot, but on a scale never seen before. And here's the crazy part, it's already working. SpinLaunch has successfully conducted multiple test flights from their launch site in New Mexico. Their prototype system, just 1/3 the size of the final version, has already reached incredible speeds. And soon, they plan to send real satellites into orbit. So why is this such a big deal? Let's look at the advantages of SpinLaunch over conventional rockets. Massive cost savings. No need for expensive rocket fuel, cutting launch costs by up to 90%. Eco-friendly, no harmful emissions or leftover rocket debris. Rapid launch capability. SpinLaunch could send multiple payloads per day, making space access faster and more frequent. This means that in the future, we could launch satellites, cargo, and even exploration missions in a cheaper, cleaner, and more efficient way than ever before. Of course, there are challenges. The extreme forces of the centrifuge, over 10,000 Gs, mean that human spaceflight is out of the question, for now. And while small satellites can survive the launch, delicate scientific instruments might not. But these are just hurdles, not roadblocks. SpinLaunch is already working with NASA, and if everything goes as planned, their first orbital launch could happen in the next few years. Imagine a future where sending satellites into space is as easy as launching a plane. We're witnessing a revolution in space travel. Rockets took us to the moon, but will catapults take us beyond? The future of space might not be in fire and smoke, but in the raw power of physics. What do you think? Could SpinLaunch be the key to a new space age? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay curious, because the universe is just getting started.